Welcome to the Path to Mindset Mastery. My name is Brad Bijak. I'm a mindset strategist and coach, inspirational speaker, and creator of Appreciation Academy. And I'm on a mission to help online business owners just like you silence all the negative self-talk going on up here so you can finally see the success that you deserve, end self-sabotage, and break through all those destructive habits. And I'm curious, as you go through your life, as you go through your business, do you have a challenge with your success and achievement determining your worth? It's something I had for a very long time. It was something where I needed to achieve more in order to be fulfilled. And I'm going to share with you a little story about getting out of debt. One of the things that helped us, that I was challenged by getting out of debt was I tied my worth to achievement. And I would say, when I'm out of debt, I'll feel happy, right? And I would pay off a certain amount, but I still wouldn't be fulfilled. Then I pay off another amount and I wouldn't be fulfilled. Then I got a ton paid off and I wouldn't feel fulfilled. It was like there was always a what's next, and if I kept going down that path, then it would be when I got out of debt, I still wouldn't be fulfilled because we didn't have a savings built up. Then when the savings were built up, I still wouldn't be fulfilled because I didn't have enough investments. And then when I didn't have enough, and when I got more invested, I still wouldn't feel enough because I didn't have enough for retirement by the age of 30, right? And like all these things. My point is that if I would have kept going down the same path, tying my achievement to my worth, I would have been miserable. And that's what a lot of people do in their business. And I did this in business too for the longest time. When I get to the next rank, I'll be fulfilled and successful. No, you won't, because I did it. I got to the next rank, didn't feel successful or fulfilled. We need to realize that your happiness isn't in your business growth. It's not in the money you make. It's in your memories. It's in your gratitude. It's in where you live now. If this is you, then I think this podcast is going to help a lot. When I get to my next rank, I'll finally feel worthy. Or once I hit that monthly benchmark consistently, then I'll know I'm doing enough. And that tie of worth to achievement, it's a recipe for suffering. Because let me ask you this, even if you achieve a to-do list, with your current mindset, if you achieve a to-do list, do you feel fulfilled? No, not at all. Because your achievement doesn't determine your fulfillment. In fact, just like Tony Robbins says, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. So how do we feel fulfillment? How do we feel more fulfillment in our life as we're building our dreams so we're not so attached to them along the way? And it's so important to live this way and realize that your business doesn't determine your happiness. One of the main things I teach in Appreciation Academy is that business success and money don't cause happiness. Happiness causes those things. And whatever you want to master, you need to study. What most people do is they study how to build a business. And does that matter? Yes, absolutely it matters. It's a strategy, but strategies are 20% of the battle. 80% is your psychology. So most people study, how do I invite? Or what's a fancy app? Or how can I go about this differently to make sure what's the right tracking system, right? And they focus on the strategy, and that's what they study. But they have neglected to study happiness. Whatever you want to master, study it. So let's say if you're in health and fitness, if you study health and fitness, do you notice that you tend to get better at health and fitness as you go? If you study money, what happens? Don't you tend to save more money? Whatever you want to master, you need to study it. So how do we feel fulfilled on the way to success? We study happiness. We study happiness. There are people out there, myself included, that have success and have fulfillment. They have both of the things. It's not one or the other. They have both. What I did on my journey is when I started to feel this way and I was attached, I started studying people that had what I wanted. I started studying the Brendon Burchards, the Tony Robbins, the Oprah Winfreys, all these people, and I studied how do they think differently than 98% of the population. And I started adopting those beliefs into my day-to-day life. And I did that, and my life changed drastically. Because think about this for a second. If you're being totally honest with yourself, are you going to care so much about your current business right now at the end of your life? Like, let's fast forward for a second. Like, put yourself at the end of your life. Like, you're 85 years old. You're sitting in your rocking chair. You got your cane. You're drinking some sweet tea on your porch. I don't know if that's what you're going to do. But let's just say that's what you do. And you're watching your grandkids or even great-grandkids ride by on their bikes, just starting out their life. What are you going to care about in that moment in the last couple days of your life? What are you actually going to care about? Are you going to give a shit if you got to diamond rank? Are you going to care if you saved $20,000 by whatever date? No, you're not going to care about that. You're going to care about the memories you had and the people that you loved and the people that you added value to in your life and the character you had. That's what you're going to care about most. Do those goals matter? Absolutely. But you need to remember that the goals don't matter themselves. It's the person you become along the way to your goals that matters. It's the character you build along the way. That is what matters most. That's where life changes, when you focus more on the person you're becoming. Most people try to climb this big mountain of success. Like, put your dream on top of a mountain for a second, saying, I'll be happy when. It's setting you up for suffering because nothing in your life needs to happen for you to be happy. Nothing. Most people try to climb life or do life that way. I'll be happy when I get there. The problem is the same thing as trying to climb a mountain with a blindfold on. Because if you need to get there now and you can't be happy until you achieve next, and you make a sprint beeline for the top with a blindfold on, you're going to trip, you're going to fall, you're going to die. And even if you magically happen to get to the top, even if you magically get there, which is probably not going to happen, you're not going to see any of the beauty around you. So what would happen if you just chill? And you realize that your success in business doesn't determine your happiness. Your happiness determines your success in business. Because imagine anytime you've gone hiking out west. Anytime you've gone hiking out west and you've gone on the trail, it doesn't matter what direction it's going, up, down, left, right, peaks, valleys, whatever it is, you never doubt it's going to lead you to the top. So you enjoy the hike, don't you? You appreciate the streams that you cross. You appreciate the wildlife in the distance. You appreciate the weather, all the stuff along the way, and you smile along the way. And doesn't it seem easier to get there? What would happen if you went on that path and you said, I'm not going to be happy until I do, and you just look at the peak and you just go, and you get off the trail and you just go. You're going to die. It's not going to happen. And think about the sets of emotions when it comes to that type of a hike. I need to get there now, and I can't be happy until I do. And the calm, peaceful, enjoying, relaxing one. Think about the difference in sets of emotions between that, right? Like, one is frustration, anger, being pissed off, frustrated, all these things on a regular basis. And most of you probably live life that way. And the other one is happiness, aliveness, gratitude, peace, relaxation, creativity, right? And that's the thing about those two sets of emotions. Well, which one are you operating with, and which set of emotions are you more likely to build a business from? Which set of emotions are you more likely to help people from? Which set of emotions are you more likely to have a great relationship from? So, my friend, be committed to getting to that goal, but not having your worth be attached to that goal. Every day, go on this experience of hiking for the hike itself, not just the summit. And when you do that, if your goal is growth in the person you become, when it's ups and downs and it's going downhill and you have a teammate quit, you get a return order, you drop in rank, whatever it is, your revenue is less than last year. If that's the case and your objective is personal growth and the person you become and the lives you change along the way, then all of a sudden you learn something instead of hate something. And if you learn something instead of hate something, it becomes so much easier to get to the top because you actually learn the lessons that life is trying to teach you instead of pushing away saying, I'll be happy when. Your achievement is not tied to your worth. It is not tied to your worth. Your worth causes your achievement. It always comes first. Happiness comes before success, because success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure of life. So if you're going to work on something for your business, work on you, work on your worth, work on your mindset. And if that's something that you truly need help with, that is what my course is literally for. It is for people that are struggling with that exact thing. So check it out at appreciationacademy.com. If you want the discount for that, all you have to do is type in the big, in all caps, podcast at checkout, and you'll get a 50% discount on the program. So I hope you took a lot away from this. At the end of the day, when you're looking back at your life, you're not going to care if you hit your monthly benchmarks. You're going to care about the relationship you have with your husband or wife. You're going to care about how you raise those kids. You're going to care about the character of who you were, what you contributed to. That's what you're actually going to care about. So live in those memories instead of saying, I'll be happy when. Because as long as you live in a world of I'll be happy when, you will never be happy. So I hope you took a lot away from this. Again, my name is Brad Bizjack. If you feel so inclined, head to iTunes and Spotify. Give this a rating and review. If we can get this into more people's hands, then more people's lives will change. And make sure to share this in your Instagram stories. Share this episode on your Facebook page. Share it with people that you know could benefit from it. Share it with your team. Again, my name is Brad Bizjack. Thank you so much for tuning into the Path to Mindset Mastery. Go out there today and every day and live your life with a genuine smile on your face, because you do not need a reason to do so. I'll see you next week.